Now about me, I'm Sailaja. I am doing all this processes. I started with my meditations and then yoga and then Reiki and then Kriya Yoga. And then, it started, I don't know really when, maybe back in 2000s. And then, I'm here learning hypnosis and using it, or making people experience it, reaping benefits out of it, and understanding the intricacies of it. And then I'm trying to help people as much as I can. So this is about me. And I'm an IT professional. I'm into IT actually by profession, and into spirituality by fashion, if I have to put it that way. And then let's start with the process now. And let's start with what do we call it as the holistic healing hypnotherapy. Even before going there, I would just want to let you know these are all techniques. That what we see is are all techniques, and using these techniques, just give me 1 minute, it's not going into the mode. Yeah, let me. Yeah, okay. So holistic healing hypnotherapy is one of the hypnosis techniques. And it is like in any other modalities, we have different modalities or different techniques. We have the very first thing that I've got introduced to is QHHT. QHHT is a quantum healing hypnosis technique, and it is developed by Mother Dolores Cannon. And the main thing or the main goal of her during this technique is to unlock the karma through tapping into the past lives, and then having an interaction with the divine or the subconscious is what she used to call. But then after some time she understood that it's just not subconscious, it's much beyond subconscious. And then she kind of understood that yeah, there is much higher beings than subconscious, because people used to come in wheelchairs, they used to walk away. There is no age limitation for her when she has done it, and there is no limitation on the issues. So it has been, a boon for the mankind by Mother Dolores. But the only limitation in that technique is that we can't do it online. It has to be in person only. Okay. Then came in the by the student of her Mother Dolores, called Cadence Craw Goldman. She has developed a technique called Beyond Quantum Healing, which is a heart to heart connection. And she has developed it as a superset of QHHT. Okay. We call it advanced QHHT, or we call it BQH, or whatever we can call it. But it can be done online and offline. And that is the base of these techniques. And comes to the PSP. Okay. PSP is called Profound Somnambulism Protocol. It's established by Stephanie Conkle. These people who you see here, the photos, are the clinical hypnotherapists. They have very good background in hypnotherapy and long years of experience, that they could develop all these great techniques. And why did she has gone into profound somnambulism, given that we already have QHHT? Is some of the clients that she had met felt that, I don't know if I've gone into actual hypnosis, or maybe it is me I am talking. So to avoid that kind of situations, she want to put them into the utter sleep, or the profound somnambulistic state is what we call, what we tap into during these techniques. We'll go learn about it in the next slides. That is what profound somnambulism is. So it's a freestyle hypnosis where we can do inner child work. There could be parts therapy. You don't know about parts therapy now, but it is one of the lines. If you know about hypnosis, it's like bringing people out of you. Some part of you is not right, some part of you is aggressive, some part of you is angry. So it's interacting with those parts. And past life can also be done here. So it is a combination, it is an advancement, to be honest, to QHHT. And now, what is holistic healing hypnotherapy? Why are we coming with this hypnotherapy when we already have two? So it is because there are certain things that I have learned from introspective hypnosis, that is by Antonio Sangio, and I have learned this PSP, I have learned this advanced QHHT. So once I have learned these techniques, I understood that, best out of all these techniques can be brought together and can be given to the people, and that can become the wonderful technique where people get all the answers. People, who feel that they are not hypnotized do not feel that anymore. And there could be role changes, like, I can talk to the any subconscious at any time I want within the session, so that many, issues get resolved. Like, there are underlying issues within this life itself. You don't have to go to the past life. You can resolve those things from this life itself. For such things we can use role change or parts therapy, and also have the divine interaction. So, all these things together is something that I've put across for you guys as holistic healing hypnotherapy. Clear? So, going forward, so we also have, besides what we offer as different processes or therapies in India are very less. But if you know, the therapies are growing at rapid rate, given the meditation has grown, and the spirituality, the rate of spirituality in each home is now at the high level. It is growing, as now we are moving from 3D to 5D. The earth is shifting, the energies are shifting from 3D to 5D. The spirituality, the understanding of spirituality, the practice of it has grown. These therapies are now known to many people, even in India. But across the world, people go for therapies more than doctors, because doctors, I have been talking to one of my friends today, and she's saying that her kid is sick, but the doctor appointment is next week. So there is no point going to the doctor next week when I'm sick today, right? So such are the things. That's why people go for therapies than doctors across the world. But in India, we are more doctors than people. I'm sorry, Bina, but yeah, we are more doctors than people. So that's why, getting the medical help is very easy in India. We are fortunate to have that, but it is not like that across the world. That's why therapies are very prevalent there. Okay, so now when we know that these therapies exist, why don't we use them? And if you see, if you see inner child work being called as a workshop now, if and parts therapy or role change is kind of a meditation, top meditation techniques. And past life regression itself is a modality now. So it is like people are doing all these things under different names, even in India, and they are conducting workshops in bits and pieces. But when we are doing it, it is like when we are bringing it under a process, a constructive process, and an organized process, you can reap maximum benefits out of it. That's why we are here knowing about this holistic healing hypnotherapy. Okay, now let me go to the next slide. Why, besides what we have, the therapies or the hypnosis techniques, we also have spiritual healings that we do it on mental, emotional, and physical levels, and this is done through the divine energy. So people who are taking Reiki levels from us, when they are moving to 3A or 3B level, then that's when we kind of train them to be clairvoyants. Once they become the clairvoyants, and then we bring them back onto the spiritual healing techniques as a learning process, and then we do cleansing, healing, protections, lots of home cleansings if somebody have experienced the home cleansings from us, or soul releases or soul readings. Okay, there are many things. There are, it's like the divine guidance that we receive when we do our spiritual healings, and they work. It is just the divine guidance. What is the difference between the therapy or the hypnosis technique that we do and the spiritual healings, you might ask? This is an add-on, I would say. Okay, you cannot go into hypnosis technique, or for every day, right? But spiritual healings can happen on daily basis also. That is one. And second thing is that therapy, you have greater advantage is the divine interaction. You can directly have the connect from higher conscious, and that is when you receive answers directly from the divine. Here we see as clairvoyance, and we tell you do not experience it, but this works as well. Okay, spiritual healings, if somebody have gone through with us, they would know this. And the Reiki, divine Reiki, why I'm calling it as divine Reiki is because recently we have got a message from the divine that, you see, you are not doing the usual Reiki that people do across the world. You are doing, the Reiki in a very spiritual manner, where you do lot of cleansing, invoking and healing, and lot of protections that you put for your students during attunements is not coming from the traditional Usui Reiki. So that is why, divine themselves told us to call it as divine Reiki or spiritual Reiki. We call it as divine Reiki. So that is why, and it has got all the levels. And besides this, these are all add-ons and supportive process. In addition to the therapies, if one or multiple of them can be opted for your own benefit. Okay, why we promote Reiki along with one of the hypnosis technique is because you can do self healing on yourself. Okay, besides what you do, what you get in the session, you can do self healing on daily basis. That can bring about more reception in you, because the divine connection has already been formed and you can receive a lot. That's why this will definitely be helpful. And yoga therapy is unlike normal yoga group classes. We do yoga plans, where which are working directly on your issues, not like a group yoga class. We made you do a class and then let you go. No, it doesn't work that way. We give you different mudras, we give you different meditations based upon your issue. We give you different diet plans, and we give you different asanas. Every set is specialized and customized as per you. So this is the supportive processes that we have. And now we'll go to the next slide, which is the brain states. Why are we here in the brain states? To understand holistic healing hypnotherapy, or PSP or QHHT better, you will have to understand how your brain works. Because here, what in India, or across the world, there are still people that who thinks hypnotherapy is a weird thing. Okay, there are a lot of myths around it. So to break that, I want to explain you what exactly is this. Okay, how safe it is what you have to understand. That is why is this understanding the brain states. Okay, now we are all talking. Now you're all listening to me, right? You're all listening to me, and the waking state or the thinking state is something called beta state. Okay, and the most relaxed state when you're listening to the music or meditation, that is the alpha state of the brain. And what we tap into in this hypnosis techniques is the theta state. Theta state is like pre-sleep state or hypnotic state or somnambulistic state, exactly before you go to bed. You go to bed, right? Every day you go to bed, and before falling into sleep, you kind of tap into a slight sleep state, pre-sleep state. Okay, you feel drowsy. That drowsy is not completely gone off or completely awake. It is that state where you tap into, and that is the theta state. Okay, and we work in that state because that is where our subconscious mind becomes active. Okay, that is the state we work. And there is delta state, is the regenerative state, meaning once we are asleep, our body gets regenerated. We go into the dream state. We have lot of deep sleep. During that, if you see if you have an Apple Watch or any watch that has a tracker, you have a sleep tracker where it says light sleep and deep sleep, and that deep sleep is nothing but the delta state. Okay. So this is very important to know, and we are tapping into this theta state, which is pre-sleep state. Okay, and we call it as somnambulistic state as well. Now we understood that in theta state is the subconscious mind that gets activated. And how does that happen? Our mind is divided into two portions, our conscious mind is only 10%, believe it or not. Okay, what is the conscious mind does? What does this conscious mind do? It has the memory, long term memory, not short term memory, long term memory, and it does lot of analytical and logical thinking. It thinks, Mother Dolores calls it as a stupid mind or stupid part of you, meaning that it is that is not really needed most of the time, because that works as per its own thinking and logical thinking. It will not let you see the actual truth. That's why the conscious mind always keeps on playing on us. It tricks us most of the time. Okay. And we do not realize that our subconscious mind is 90% of the whole brain, because it has all your belief systems, it has all your emotions, storage. It's a storage box, it's your database, personal database. It has all your habits. What do you value? Okay, how do you have this proactive reactions, and how does your body work? Your heart pumps automatically, your digestion happens automatically, and you have a system running automatically, and all the signals are, where is it coming from? Okay, all your imagination, intuition, where is it coming from? It is all the subconscious work. So if you see, okay, the subconscious mind do not filter anything. It does not do the conscious part. Conscious part does the thinking. Subconscious mind do not do the thinking. It takes in whatever that comes into us. If you see a movie, it if your conscious mind and subconscious mind are kind of twins. Your conscious mind is you, your subconscious mind is your twin self, is what I would call it as. And that twin self is always with you. Okay, and when you're watching a movie, your conscious mind does the thinking part, your subconscious mind keeps on taking them, the signals or the images or everything, okay, the emotions, everything that is coming from the movie. So what happens, after some time you start realizing, for that particular situation you react without your notice exactly the way that happened in that movie. This happens. That is because your subconscious mind has taken it. It's like, it doesn't filter anything, it doesn't think. Once your conscious mind thinks and stops it and going into the subconscious mind, only then it doesn't go. Otherwise, everything goes in. So, if this is the major part of the mind, where is the memory? Where is all the memory of your whole life exist? It exists in subconscious mind. So that is why during this therapy we work with subconscious mind. Okay, next, the very important topic, understanding hypnosis. I have put this in our group as well, that explaining what is hypnosis and all these things portion by portion every day. Okay, and now what is hypnosis? Hypnosis is a state. In the somnambulistic state, we kind of relax, focus for a longer duration, following the suggestions. Okay, it's in a somnambulistic state. We learn what is somnambulistic state, right? Pre-sleep state. We kind of go to that state. We focus on the suggestions with directed thought and focus. We have that period for a prolonged duration. That is called hypnosis. And that state that you tap into, the somnambulistic state where you are completely, focused on what I say, is the hypnotic trance. That particular trance is called hypnotic trance. And and do you know what? All the hypnosis is self hypnosis. I am nobody to do anything until unless you fix for yourself that I get hypnotized today. Because because all the self hypnosis happens to us every day, and it happens like, it happens 2 times a day. Before sleeping, it's a pre sleep state, as we spoke, and pre wake state, meaning before you are awake completely. 4 o'clock or 5 o'clock, you slowly, starts remembering your dreams. Until then, you don't remember any dream. There could be thousands of dreams coming and going, we don't remember any of them. But that state where, according to your biological clock, the body regeneration time is over, now it is slowly coming into, consciousness, or, coming into the wakeful state. Before coming into the wakeful state, we are slightly in the trance state. That is the somnambulistic state, and that is the hypnotic trance. Okay. And this happens, you don't have to do anything. Nobody will come and tell you, go to sleep, go to sleep. I don't come and give you instruction, go to sleep, right? You go it directly. You go to bed, off to sleep. Or you hypnotize yourself in such a way. Do you know that most of the people does chanting, does meditation, does browsing or reels? Do you know all these things happen because you want to induce yourself into that state, and that is the activities that you do without your knowledge, and you feel like drowsy, tired, and then you slowly slip into that state. So there is nothing that we do, it is already within you, programmed, and you do it every day 2 times. Okay. And this is just, we are tapping and bringing that state again into some action to tap into your subconscious memory and bring out all the memories and work where it is, where find out the root causes. Okay. That is the self hypnosis in 2 times a day. And then you understood what is hypnotic trance and sleep. And now most of the people get confused with hypnosis and meditation. Okay. Meditation. In meditation, we go to a relaxed state. Okay, but it is not completely hypnotic trance. We go to a state called alpha state, where brain waves get relaxed, but your imagination and all these things are up. Okay, and hypnosis is 100 times deeper, and you don't imagine by yourself, we kind of induce it. Self hypnosis is something that you induce for yourself, but we kind of suggest you, ask you, probe you to go to your memory, not by inducing anything. Okay. So hypnosis is a much deeper state of relaxation than meditation. Meditation, if you take out of 100, meditation is 40 and hypnosis 90. That is the relaxation levels that you have. And what is, it's, as I said, hypnosis, there are lots of myths on hypnosis. And one is like, people can control me. I'm scared because I feel that I speak all that what I do not want to speak. And I speak all that, may people, hypnotists can make us do anything. No, that doesn't happen, because your soul is always in control. You are always in control. What if I go to hypnosis and I don't wake up? These are the things that, that comes into the mind. It is no wrong because you don't know about it. Okay. It is only the way we see in the movies that, that is projected. So that's, it's nothing wrong in that. But this is what it is. No, you're always in control. Unless you are fixed, unless you fix your mind that you go into hypnosis, without your permission, we cannot take you into hypnosis. Okay. You're always in control. And certain things, as I said, Your conscious and subconscious are twins. Most of the time your subconscious is active, but there is an underlying conscious self also that controls you from telling things that you do not want to tell. This can also happen. Okay, so this is a very safe process where you don't have to worry about, but you will have to go to only a certified practitioner rather than going for a practitioner who is just doing for the passion sake or anything. Okay, it is good to have to be passionate, but you certified is very important to understand that that's a credibility that you get out of them and the maximum benefits that you get out of them. And another doubt, very common doubt, can I be hypnotized? Are you able to sleep every day? Are you able to wake up without any help? Then yes, you can be hypnotized. There is profound somnambulism, which is PSP, especially created for this kind of people who thinks that they can be hypnotized, where you will have happy safe places, you will have great places that you go into, you tap into, and you sleep there while your subconscious come forward and talk. So there is no doubt that you cannot be hypnotized. You can be hypnotized provided you give yourself the permission. Only thing is, yes, I want to get hypnotized is something that you want to give a permission to yourself. Okay, this is all about hypnosis. Do anybody have any doubts? Should I pause here? Any doubts? Clear until here?
Yes, Akka.
Okay, good. Let me go forward.
Sailaja, I have one question, Sailaja.
Yes, Madhuri.
Yes. So hypnosis, right? Like
Mm.
we understand like what the myths are and how it works and all of that. So basically, you have to get hypnotized by a certified
Right,
practitioner.
right.
So there is no way that we can get hypnotized ourselves.
There are self hypnosis. Okay, there are
Mhm.
lot of self hypnosis videos that are available internet. Okay, sometimes what happens is during that hypnosis, what if you tap into a past life, or what if you tap into an emotion that is very deep, and you want to get rid of that, or what if you are tapping into a situation where it is slightly it is scary, right? Then it is difficult for
Okay.
you to handle by yourself. You
Okay.
need
So you
somebody.
recommend.
Yes, I recommend, strongly recommend, to get
Okay.
it done by a facilitator or a practitioner rather than trying on yourself. There are, some hypnosis that are very light on internet. You can try them. But the point is based on your level of tapping into the trance,
Mhm.
tapping into the somnambulistic state. Some go very deep,
Okay.
right? For
Yeah, it
them,
makes sense. Yeah.
it might become difficult.
Okay. Yeah. Thank
Yeah,
you.
no problem. Any more doubts? Shall I go on?
Shalaja, I have one more doubt.
Yes, Tejashvi.
Yeah, usually in theta state, whatever dreams we get, most of the
Theta we
dreams,
don't get in theta. Dreams we get in delta.
but in theta state also, like the dreams we are able to remember, is it not in theta state?
That is the dreams in the early morning where you are slowly becoming into theta from delta.
Okay, the
So
transition.
yeah, the transition state. So you go from the alpha state, you go to theta, you go to delta, right? Where you have all the dreams, and slowly coming back from delta to theta and then slowly to alpha.
Okay, usually in the dreams, most of the times we get the dreams regarding the topics or regarding the events that we most frequently think of, right? So in hypnosis also, is it like whatever we are going to speak to the practitioner, will it be something that is stored in our subconscious mind because we have thought of it very
Very good
frequently,
question. Yes, the
or
point
is it
is
something like
right.
how do we know it's from past life only or from the traumatic event?
Okay. So, what do you mean by past? Tell me. Yesterday is also past. Last minute
Yeah,
is also past.
correct.
Correct? So, everything that you need to know at that moment, I go into the process where how divine works on this kind of processes. I'll go to the topic, but you know, it does not happen all the time that what you think will come. If you are in somnambulistic state, okay, you are at 4 o'clock, you're slowly coming into theta state, right?
Yep.
Can you do lucid dreaming at that time? Meaning dreaming that you want to dream, or the dream that you only see what is going on, you just witness it. What can you do then?
Lucid dreams can also happen, but I don't know in which state that will
No,
be.
that happens, that has to be programmed before you go to bed. Okay, lucid dreaming happen when you program, when you go to bed. But usually what happens is, you sometimes it so happens that you want to stop the dream but doesn't stop. You go wake up, go to take a bio break and come, but yet the dream continues. Have you noticed it? If you have control, you could stop it, but you cannot, because
Yeah.
it is coming from your subconscious. Why are you dreaming only the dream that you are dreaming in that case? Or why are you tapping into only the situation that you are tapping? Whatever is relevant for you at that moment, you tap into that. Whatever is helpful for you to that moment, you tap into that. Okay? If your subconscious has a strong desire to see something that that there is a very burning issue, sometimes you don't end up looking into it. You get to see something else in your past life. Meaning what? That is more relevant, that is more important, which your conscious mind doesn't know.
Okay.
Right? So you will not be able to create stories when you are in theta or when you are in hypnosis. It can only be witnessed what's going on. You cannot create anything, even if you want to.
Okay.
Okay? You will get to know when you experience this.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I want to tell you the very important topic of karma. Can anybody tell me what is karma?
Any action that we perform
Mm-hmm.
and the equivalent and the subsequent fruits that we bear, be it good or bad.
Good. Correct. So the law of balance, the law of action and reaction. Meaning what? We all know that we are eternal souls, and this karma is the memory of the soul. There are chips in our souls to hold this memory. Okay, so it could be like long standing, might be coming from this life or coming from past life or anything. Okay, this karma will not have any expiry. Like it is like, you see, I have a homework for the soul. To the soul there is no past, present, future. Soul is always in the now, right? For soul there is no past, present, future. Why I'm telling you twice is because yesterday I have a homework that I haven't been doing and it's pending, and I'm simply doing it today. Okay, so this is my way of looking at my past and present lives from the soul perspective. But from the body and mind perspective, that is the past life, this is the present life. Time is linear. Past, present, future happens in the same time for the soul. It is just clearing out what it has done in the past or in this current life to reduce it to the future. Meaning, it is just going one after the other like this. For it, it is just doing, completing its homework. But for the mind, it is some unfinished business. that we have done to anybody or anything in the past life, it does not have to be coming to us in this life in the same form. There is no expiry to that. For what you have sown, you shall reap in any form, with more intensity or less intensity based on your choice at your soul level. Okay, karma repeats until that karma is closed or that account is closed. So, to produce new results, meaning if you only complete that account or close that account, you can open a new book. Until then, you have to keep on writing in the same book. Okay, so here in this kind of therapies, understanding karma is very important, because once that karma is understood, you will understand what to do next. So okay, now it's like this, right? It happens this way at the soul level, that okay, fine, I have left this body and I'm going up. There are three different layers, or maybe three different worlds, or three different deaths that we experience after this physical death. Physical, astral, and causal. Three different deaths we experience. After the causal death, the soul goes further up, and then it has three different baggages. Two different baggages rather than, not three, two different baggages. In that baggage, the soul goes and sees its life entirety, like, okay, so this is what I have done. And these are the people who have come to help me. Good, fine. So I want to see what is there in this baggage. The first baggage is called Sanchita Karma, the accumulation of all the karmic debts that you have from the beginning of the soul as a spark coming from the divine source until here. What did it do is all in this first baggage. Now, in the second baggage of this first baggage, there are certain karmas that are ready to ripen, meaning that are ready. Like, okay, of all these things, some can be cleared. Those things are being placed into the second baggage. So these together is our whole baggage that every soul has to get rid of before it goes to the source. For this, it has to take different dramas, it has to go through different lessons, it has to go through different situations and different people. Now, what does it do? It goes to its soul group. There are different soul groups that we have been associated with lots of lives. These soul groups, they are here, and then they all have a different karmas, right? They all would have collective karmas also, like one karma they have done together. Okay, one karma that, your soul group and the side is, the neighboring soul group might have also done, participated in it. So there are different collective karmas that are associated with your own soul group and the other soul group. Now you have to set the platform to clear it. And where is the platform? Earth is the platform. It's not necessary that you come to earth every time. But why earth? Earth is because where we have this karma bhumi is what we call earth as, where you clear off your karmas quickly because the experiences are so intense on the earth. Okay, because the vibrations are low here. So the karma is intense. When the karma is intense, the clearance is quick. But if you can also do this, take this karma and go to Mars. You can take this karma and go to Arcturus. But what happens there? Here on the earth, if you clear it in 100 years, you will have to spend some 1,000 years to clear it there. Because the intensity that you have to go through requires lower vibration, but these planets vibrate at higher frequency or God's frequency. So that's why it takes longer for them to clear there, and it takes shorter for us to clear it on the earth. That's why we bring one baggage and we come here and we forget. When we forget, we don't know what to do. And the people that we bring, like, okay, for this karma, I need this kind of body, I need this kind of disease, I need this kind of people, I need this kind of situations, I need this kind of knowledge. Karma always doesn't mean to be bad. Okay, karma is good as well. And law of balance says that you will have to get rid of all the good and bad karmas to be able to merge with the source. Not even good. Many think that good karma, good karma, good karma, that again brings you back onto the earth. Okay, so learning detachment is one of the biggest lesson that you have to learn on this school of earth. Now you come here, we all forget what we have to do, and we don't know why the situations are the way they are. We don't know why the people that the way they are. And what do we think? That okay, now I am being punished by God. One type of argument that comes, and some type of argument comes. Okay, we are not praying to God, and that's why we are not getting the right results. During this time, we start indulging into slandering. Instead of surrendering or graceful surrenderance, we start cribbing, we start judging. Lot of different things come into picture, and then we create new karmas for our future as well. Instead of clearing this baggage that we have brought as prarabdha, we clear new karma as well, and that is called agami, future consequences. So we go back again. Now I say that instead of clearing them, instead of one baggage that I have took, I brought two. Now I have to resolve these two. The intensity increases, and you come down. The diseases increases, the intensity increases, and this repeats until the lessons are learnt, and we go back, get rid of this baggage. We go back, and how do we get rid of this baggage? Okay, how do we get rid of this baggage? We have to be very aware in any situation why the situation has come, even without remembering all those things that we have. Okay, if you have awareness that, okay, this is the way soul evolves, so what I have brought in this life, there could be some lessons that I've brought as well. So, with every situation, if you question yourself, what is there that I have to learn in this and grow over this, so that the repetition of the situation or sequence or thread gets cut here, and then I grow over that and grow over the next one, grow over the next one. That way, you evolve and your karma balance decrease, and you evolve. As you grow closer to the divine, you drop all the baggage. Okay, and that is when you get merged with your higher self. You get merged. Only awareness and living in the moment is most important. Okay, that is your approach to karma. Clear? Any doubts? I make it interactive session. You can ask any doubts that you have. Yes, Gautam, you raised your hand. Okay. Gautam, if you're talking on mute, I can't hear you.
No, continue, Shelly, please.
Okay, sure. Thank you. So, okay, when you are coming to this hypnosis process, be it QHHT or be it PSP or be it holistic healing therapy, hypnotherapy, what is the mindset? What should you bear in mind while coming here? And that is that you have to have this understanding that, everybody wants to be complete. Everybody, we are all coming from the same source. Now that I'm talking, I am no more and you're no less. This life, we have decided to be like this. That's why we are here. That's it. But we are all the same sparks from the source. So, and we are all supposed to be complete. As I said in the previous slide, I have covered most of it in the previous slide, that we are not complete now because of the karmic baggage that we hold onto our souls. Now, how to approach to these sessions in terms of karma? That you will receive how much ever that you could during these sessions based on your eligibility. Okay, so it so can happen that you are coming with a baggage of karma, knowing and coming into the process like this, where there is a lot of divine interaction that happens, is itself a very blessing. And you might have written in your blueprint that at this stage of my life, I go into this process and I get this cleared. Okay, or I go into this process, I get to know the root cause, or I go into this process, I evolve, understand my spiritual gifts. So it's your own soul destiny or the divine plan for you that you come to such processes and you get evolved on a soul level. Okay, this is, don't look these kind of sessions only for material benefits. Okay, look at these sessions at soul evolvement benefits, so that your material things get automatically sorted, either, or your perspective of looking at those material things changes and shifts. Your perspective shifts immediately. Okay, so that is very important. And I want to tell you, all of you might have heard about Purnatma or the higher self or the spirit guides, all these people. So for every soul, the way that we have started our journey from the source, we have been getting split. Okay, now the source is here, source also want to experience something. That's why it has got a thought, and that's why certain souls are created. Now those souls also want to go back and merge. When they want to go back and merge, they have to what do you call, negate the thought that has created from the source. So what did they do? They have created more source, more thoughts. They, instead of negating, they have created more thoughts, and then it got split. So the only one source got split, and we have become the sparks now. Now, for every 7 sparks or 7 souls, we call it as soul group, we have a mother soul or a father soul or a higher soul. That is called higher self. You are the self, and there are 7 parallel selves. That is why people say there are 7 different people who look alike like you. Right? You have heard that. So, for every group of 7 individuals, there is one higher self. And for every individual, there are 2 spirit guides, 1 or 2. Okay, that spirit guides could be from your own family, who could be your ancestors, or a slightly higher beings who want to clear their karma, coming and helping us from that astral plane instead of taking birth. Okay, so they are all spirit guides. They know you very well. They are with you. Besides your subconscious, besides your higher self, you also have spirit guides. At any given point of time, you are not alone. Remember that. At any given point of time on this earth, not even a minute, you are not alone. They know your thought, they know your negatives, they know your positive, they know everything about you. They are the ones that guide you. Your higher self guides you, but we are so engrossed with our own thoughts, we are so engrossed and engulfed into our own thoughts that we do not see them talking to us, we do not receive their signals properly. That's when they pull you into such processes and tell, see, you didn't listen to me there. I'm going to talk to you here. You listen to me now. That is what they literally mean to bring you into this processes. Okay. And this could also happen that when your soul is ready, when the karma is ripen enough on this earth also. Okay. When you unlock the karma, how do you unlock the karma? If the karma is coming from the previous birth or in this birth, just within this particular lifespan, then knowing it itself is half healing done. Knowing it itself is a receiving, you open your doors to receive. You know it, you have known it, and there is a sense of acceptance that come into you, and you open the doors of acceptance in you without your knowing. Your subconscious opens it for you. Then you receive more and more healing. Okay. And that healing is based on your eligibility. If the karma is not ripen enough and you're still being sent into this process, maybe 20% of it is left to you. It is like, okay, no divine will remove it 100% because you have been given that karma to learn a lesson, right? We have brought it for learning a lesson. That lesson has to be learned at any cost. That lesson has to be learned at any cost. But are you learning it with graceful surrender? Are you learning it with awareness? Are you learning with less intensity? Matters. And all these, they decrease your intensity of the karma. They make you change your perspective, shift your perspective, and they make you go through the karma with less intensity and graceful surrender, that you don't even feel that, you have gone through a sadesati or Shani Mahadasa. You most of it feel that. But when you are in such processes, that stage is also very smooth because you are with the divine. All these things come to us as lessons. When you are with the lesson, when you are with the divine, then all these things become very smooth for you. Okay. Just be patient and let go all your thoughts. The more you're open, the more the mind is open. Like, okay, if you come with the thought that I want this, I want this, I want this, I want this, when you're not eligible for that, you will be given only 20% of it. You get disappointed and you start blaming the process. No, but you need to understand the underlying reasons that, okay, you want this, but you will get it only 20% because you have done so and so thing in the past, and for that you have brought this lesson to you for yourself to learn it, and you didn't learn it on in the subsequent lives. Now the intensity is more. That's why you have to learn it hard. They also have the divine also have their own rules and responsibilities. They cannot remove 100%. Yet you are in this process. You have sought their help. They are removing 20% and telling, see, we have removed 20%. They give you a direction. We are removing 20%. The rest of it, if you go in this way, you get it cleared soon. Then you don't have to repeat this lesson in the next life again. So what happened? You have known the process. You have known where it has come from. Why is the reason that you are suffering, and how much you got it cleared is why you got it cleared only that much, and a clear direction how to get rid of it, that baggage, and evolve one step up. So it's a wonderful platform for a soul to evolve, going through the material benefits, going through the material things, understanding and changing the perspective, receive lot of healing. Some people would just get instant things. Some people would definitely get instant healings. Why is that? Because they are ready, they are open, and their karma is on its saturation. Now it's no more needed. They have gone through the lessons, they have learned the lessons. For them, it's instant. So, to understand that if it could be instant or if it has to go through a graceful surrender process or in the divine instructions, you will have to go through this process to understand it first. And then it's all the divine game. Okay, this should be your approach to the session. And you must also understand that the divine is always there to help. Okay, the divine is always there to help. The higher self is always around you. They are just one thought away. I tell this in the Reiki classes also. The divine is just one thought away. Okay, here in this process, what do we do as facilitators is we bridge the gap between you and divine. That's it. Okay, we connect you and we bridge the gap between you and the divine, and they do the necessary. We don't have to tell them do anything. It's just that you're not listening, and we have to correct that antenna. We just corrected it, and that's it, you're done. That's what is needed. So that bridging gap is this hypnotherapy process. Okay, and they carefully carve your plan based on your needs for your future, so that they tell you if you follow this, this would happen. And then if you follow that, that would definitely happen. Many have seen that. Okay. And now it may also so happen that you come into this process saying that I want this, I want this, I want this. But you have eligibility to receive the big thing. But your conscious mind is confined to only the small thing that you have been asking for or craving for. So then the divine says, oh Buddhu, this is very small thing that you're asking for. There is a very big apple garden that is out there for you. You're just asking for one apple tree. What do you want? That perspective, opening that perspective to you, that you are eligible for this. You're asking only this, meaning you have to let go this small thing to receive the bigger things. So that can also happen in the process when you talk to the divine. All this happened in during the dialogue with the divine. So the step one is your knowing the karma, unlocking the karma, knowing the past life, whatever is the issue or questions that we have, and then comes the divine dialogue. Okay, it so could happen that you don't have to go into the past life. Many things in the subconscious level can also be sorted out. Okay, if a past life is needed to be seen, then they would only show. It is like when we put into the trance, your higher self or your spirit guides will take over. Okay, it is like when we are in session, it's just not you and me, it's me, my subconscious, my higher self, and the whole divine around me, and you, your subconscious, your higher self, and the whole divine in you. So all these people together work in this session. So you see what you have to see, what your relevant thing for that moment in your life, be be it very important to you or not important to you at that point of time, but that is being shown to you because they know the bigger picture and they know that this is important for you to see. So that is the expectation that you should have, that okay, I am open and I will get to see what is being shown by the divine. I cannot decide on the birth that I want to see. Many a times it happens that you decide on the birth that you want to see, but it's entirely different birth that is being shown. That is why, because this birth that you want to see has also roots in that birth. And knowing that birth can clarify your question indirectly. So it is like that. Now tell me, Tejashvi, can you see what you want to see, or can the things that are in the subconscious come?
I need to experience.
That's it. Good. This is more experienced than explained. This can only be more experienced than explained. Okay. So it is all the higher self that runs the show. It is not me, not you. Okay. And who is the best healer for you? For anybody who comes into this process is your higher self, is your spirit guides, who is around you like a network 24/7. Okay. And there are no secrets. Even if you want to hide them, they will know everything. You don't have to tell me some things, but they will know everything. Okay. They give you healing. Sometimes you feel that you don't want to tell me those things. They will give you healings to you directly, and they will tell me that no, you don't have to know about it. Today I have done a session in the morning, and the divine self, the subconscious, has come, and they don't want to talk. They don't want to give me any answers. How did they communicated with me is by nodding. Yes, yes, no. Horizontal and vertical nodding is what they have done. And that's all. They have given me answers. But the person lying down has received all the healing, because it's not needed for me to know. They didn't tell me, but the person who have experienced has got it for her level, has got it. How much ever she has to get it, she got it. After she woke up, she told me that, it's still running. And they told me that we will only wake her up, you go. Okay, I said, okay. So when will you wake her up? Then they said, okay, after 30 minutes, we will wake her up, you go. And then, this one or two sentences in between they spoke, that's it. And other than that, they have just nodded. And she called me after 30 minutes and she said, I woke up by myself. And, this is all happened in my healing, is what she said. So, it is the divine play that happens. And I don't have to do anything once the process is triggered. Okay. But the controlling, how you are going through the process, the smooth transition, life after life, scene after scene, where I help you. If you are stuck with your conscious mind, I remove your blocks with the help of the divine again, and I push you to the scene after the scene, is something, is my job, and that is what I do. Okay. And how does healing happen during the session? This is exactly in extension to what we have seen in the karma. If the person is suitable for healing, instant healing happens. Surgeries can be avoided, no pain, no medications. Client is just completely healed. If the person is not eligible or suitable for healing, then what do? They do partial healing, and they give you instructions. And if you implement them, you get healed gradually. And how many days, for some, instant healing happens. And once this session happens, your higher self, direct connect happens with you. The antenna is now corrected. The direct connect happens. Even after the session, the doors to your higher self are open, 3-4 days. And you start receiving the healing continuously, and you start receiving the messages that you have seen in your session also continuously. You start connecting the dots. All these things happen slowly during 1 or 2 days. And for some, what happens? Healing happens very slowly, because they have karmic baggages. They have to learn their lessons. Once they get ready and start learning their lessons, implementing them, then it might take 40 days. Or they will tell when could be the next session for them to take, so that they will come and heal in that session. Okay. What you just have to do is you have to ask, allow yourself to go and connect with the divine, and then accept the healing and be in the receptive position and believe that you are healed. Okay. Very important. Believe that you are healed. This is how healings happen during a session. Okay. Now, okay. Here is the, when does miracles usually happen? When you allow the divine presence. Okay. When you trust in the divine plan, when you have faith, the type of faith most of us would have in Sai Baba. Right? At some point, people choose to have faith. It's like based on their convenience, they will have faith. That is not what divine wants. Okay? If a situation comes, if divine tells you something and your mind tells you something, if you choose what divine says, even if it is difficult for you, then you have faith. Then your antenna is big, you receive more. And but when you choose what your consciousness mind says, even then divine doesn't leave you. Just because of your free will you have chosen something else, divine doesn't leave you even then. But you will get whatever you have to get based on your choice. That's it. But what divine wants is faith and trust in them, to let the miracles happen, to let go your ego and connect with the divine intelligence. Okay? And sometimes when you have to believe that, yes, I will heal myself, and now I'm in this process, my karma, I request the divine to give me less intensity and let me go through this with less intensity, then believe in impossible, then it happens. You will start seeing that, manifesting that into your life. You will see that. And you recognize that the divine spark or the soul within you is always connected to the divine, is always connected to the higher self. And if we live in the moment, we are always connected with the higher self, then no such process is needed. You just receive the direct connection and direct messages from them, and they are guiding you. You let them guide your life, as simple as that. Trust in the divine plan and let them guide your life. That is when miracles happen. Okay, allow divine love into your life. Align yourself with the divine purpose. All these things is the miracle checklist. I love all these quotes. So put in one place. Okay, this is when, based on your reception, based on your belief, based on your faith, and based on your trust, the miracles are ought to happen. Yeah. And now how to approach to your session is something, what to expect out of your session is something that you have seen. Now what are the steps to your session? Okay, what you have to do before you go on to your actual session. One is the very first interaction. As soon as you come into the group, you interact with me. So that is your first interaction, and I will get to know through my intuition that yes, I have to take this case up, or no, I don't have to. Okay, certain things, it's not about, we are not selling sessions here. We definitely are not selling sessions here. We are bringing you closer to the divine, making you know this process, and helping you walk your way with graceful surrender. That's it. And, energy exchange is something that has to happen, which is why is the energy exchange. Otherwise, it's not for that. Please remember it. And the first interaction will be the deciding point for us. And if we think that, yeah, we could help you, we take you into the team. Then you have to understand the process. Whatever I have been telling you until now, I'll put this video into the group every week so that all the new joiners can see this video, understand the process through these videos. And there are certain videos that, there are very less videos that we could put it in public. So we give you those videos. You watch them, you see how the process is going on. Okay. In this process, the person lies down, goes into the hypnotic trance, and then tap into their past life, and then, do the parts therapy or inner child or all the regression therapies that you have to do, and then talk to the divine selves. That is the process. Okay. Now, that is what happens in your actual session. Okay. What all you have to do is that trust the process and have graceful surrender. That's it. And then once you start watching the videos or the introductory video, you have to decide that, yes, I want this. And then first write your questions. Why I'm telling you to write your questions at this point is you do start meditating from here. There are some basic meditations we suggest you. If you don't want to do them, if you want to do your own meditations, you're free to do so. But all the intention is that I am connecting to my higher self. That is the intention. Okay. Repeating that brings the connection already before the session. And the questions that you write, if you are writing 20 questions, by the end of your session, or maybe by the end of your meditation, what happens is you end up with 4 or 5 questions, because already the rest of the questions are answered by the higher self. You got the clarity. That is why meditation is very important. And you calm down yourself, you prepare yourself for the session, and your body gets relaxed, your mind gets relaxed, and you are tuned for the session. That is why this meditation is what I harp on every day. Please practice something, some basic technique. Okay, if you don't know anything, just focus on the breath. Have the intention, I am connecting to my higher self. Do this for 15 minutes. Post it in the group. Yes, I have done with my day 1 meditation. People are posting if you have seen it. Okay, and after that comes your life review or interview. There, we get to know about your life in depth. Okay, why is because when you tap into past life, we need to know where have you gone. Sometimes you keep telling the names of your current family members, means you are in the current life. The issue is in the current life itself, it's not gone to the past, meaning you are addressing the agami karma. The future consequences is what you are addressing, which is why you are already suffering. So that is the that is why we need to know. And also, if it is a past life, we take you to the death scene. In the death scene, we need to understand with what kind of emotion the soul has passed on. So, if it is current life, we should not take you to the death scene, right? So, that's why the life review or interview is very much needed. And to understand the questions, or we see your life in a different perspective from what you see. So we add more questions or more value to your session when we listen to your life. And these life reviews are entirely one-on-one and personal. Okay, one-on-one and personal, and no information get leaked anywhere. Right. Next, after that, understand protections and water alchemy. We kind of teach you what is protection and water alchemy. You can go through that. And on the day of your session, try to be calm, avoid arguments, do your meditations, eat vegetarian food. Less tamas is what is needed, which is why eat vegetarian food, sattvic food, stay grounded. Okay, that is what is needed. And before the session, I talk to you again top 5 questions of what you want to address, and we will go into the session. And we don't say that we will see this life, we will see that life. No, we will see whatever is relevant for you. Maybe you will get entirely a past life out of these 5 questions, which you felt as unimportant, but that is important now, which has a lot of links to these 5 questions. We don't know. Okay, actual session happens where we put you into the hypnotic trance, and you are in the safe hands of the divine, and they take you, they guide you, they show you, and they talk through you. And then you get the answers, you get the solutions, you get the healings, how much ever you are eligible for. Trust the process, be open, and take as much as you can out of this session. After that, we discuss how the session went, what is addressed, what is not addressed, how did the session go actually, what is your feeling, your experience, all those things is post session talk. Okay, is it that your everything is complete by then? No, there is a follow up, and that is called post session activities. Oh, I didn't change the name. I'm sorry. Okay, for it is post session activities, and that is post session activities means what? Now that you have known about your past life, you have seen everything. Now, what you have to do is you put a book, maintain a journal of your own sessions, write your entire session listening to it, Because when you think that, no, I remember everything, I have spoken, whatever that is coming from my conscious mind or subconscious mind, this is stored in there. Then what happens when you listen to your own session? When did I speak this? Oh, I don't remember this. Oh, they have told this, is what you feel. And then you start, drawing out dots. You start connecting the dots. Okay, and clearly mark your instructions and very carefully ensure you follow them. Make a note of even a small change that happened in your life and people around you, the way they behave with you, the more the love they show you, or the more love you show them, the perspective, how it changed, and all these things. And do not stop continuing your meditation. For those who request me the visualization exercises, I give them one or two visualization exercises for, for connecting much deeper into their session. So that is the post session activities that you definitely have to do, and live in the mindset that you are being guided by the divine. You have been given a very beautiful route in your life that could be the best thing for you. Okay, if it is like, on one session Paramahansa Yogananda came and he said, from we see the aerial view, you are in a junction of a railway track. There are thousands of tracks going around you. From the aerial view, we see all those thousand tracks, but for you, you see one or two. That's why you choose between one or two. But when we tell you there are thousand tracks, and when we choose the track for you, that would definitely be the fastest, quickest, and easiest for you. So that's why these instructions are very important. Okay, and this is all what you have to do before coming for the next session. That's it. Thank you so much for listening to me so long. Open for questions.